Hello, Amador. Today I'm here with Mr. Tim Draper, a successful Silicon Valley venture capitalist. Mr. Draper, thank you for having us today.
Oh, I'm so excited, and I'm really excited to come to Amador Valley High to see all of you great students and hope that you all become great entrepreneurs that do extraordinary things.
All right, let's get started.
Okay.
So, for those who don't know you, give us a little introduction to yourself. Tell us who you are.
So I am a venture capitalist. I started Draper Associates many years ago, and I was able to back some really extraordinary companies: Tesla, Skype, Hotmail, Twitch, a lot of really Baidu, a lot of interesting companies, and I've had a long, exciting career. And then about 6 years ago, I decided to start a school called Draper University of Heroes, where students could come and see if they were made of enough toughness so that they could go start a business. And we run them through a very unusual program where they go through survival training with Navy SEALs and Special Forces and Army Rangers. They have they are greeted by a panel of venture capitalists when they do their final 2-minute presentation. It's all team-based, no A, B, C. It's all team-based, and it's wild. And I also do a lot of interesting things in government.
Yeah. Okay, so tell us how you got your start to get to where you are today.
So my grandfather was the first venture capitalist in the Silicon Valley. My father was a pioneer in venture capital, and there was a small business investment company program in Washington, and I was able to raise a small amount of money from my family and borrow 3 times as much from the government. And that's what got me started. And so I was able to start putting that money to work, and you know, it worked out, but at one point they were calling the loan and it looked really bad. And even before that, I mean, when I was your age, I was selling oysters door to door, and I sold apples when I was much younger. And I went to Stanford, and I created something called Stanford the Game. It was a board game, and I sold that. I always had a little bit of an entrepreneurial flair, and it has continued, I guess.
So what made you move to Silicon Valley? What attracted you to it?
I grew up here in the Silicon Valley. It used to be a lot of apricot orchards and prune yards, but I watched as slowly but surely technology started to affect the area, and it grew and it grew and it grew and became more and more modern and more exciting, and it's amazing what the Silicon Valley has done for the world. It's open communications for the world. It's brought us Uber. It's brought us Netflix. It's brought us some extraordinary things. And this is, it's just a wonderful place to be because it has this optimism and energy. And one of the things I say to my students is, we have a pledge. It starts, I will promote freedom at all costs, and then it goes on. It says, I will fail and fail again until I succeed. And then it says, I will explore the world with gusto and enthusiasm. And that's the spirit of the optimist that makes everything happen. It's easy to be a pessimist. It's easy to say, I'm bored, or oh, that's a stupid idea, or whatever. But the one who actually goes and does that really stupid idea, that's the genius of the class.
Wow, that's some very insightful information. So, at Amador, we are high schoolers. What advice do you have to high schoolers looking to become entrepreneurs in this innovative Silicon Valley environment?
So I think the best advice I can give to someone who's in high school is get to know people in all the different cliques in the high school. get to know people who are the popular group, and get to know people who are the jocks, and get to know people who are the nerds, and people who are the freaks. Get to know all of them, and try everything. You've still got to, your brain's still going, whew. So, I mean, learn to play music, learn Chinese, learn math. Oh boy, math is money.
Yeah.
And English is the math language. So make sure you know English and know math. And then do experiments, test things, blow stuff up, do some weird things, and then play a lot of sports or a lot of whatever you can. Get out there and throw a ball around and watch the ball carefully. Go explore nature. I remember my mom we'd get to a new location and she'd say, why don't you just go out and explore? She was trying to get rid of me, I think, but she would just say, go out and explore and be back by sunset. And by doing that, it made me feel like, whoa, the world is this great, wonderful place that you can go explore. So that's what I would do. I would explore the people, the nature, the sports, and all the academics and the languages of the world. And you're in a place where it's a great melting pot. So learn everybody else's culture.
Again, very insightful information. I know of many high schoolers who are looking to get involved with the entrepreneurial VC startup communities here in Silicon Valley. How can we as students start getting involved with these Silicon Valley communities, perhaps through internships or other types of programs?
So you've probably got to wait until you're out of high school to come to Draper University, because we put you totally at risk. Yeah. And I want you to sign your life away, but I don't want your mother to have to do that to you. And then, so before that, I think there are probably some, drudgery jobs that you can probably do, or maybe learn to code. I mean, at your age, learn to code, learn to write, put a cryptocurrency together or something. And it's probably not too hard. I haven't done it, but it's probably not too hard. And then you can go to any of these companies and say, hey, I can be your crypto. Or let me give this a shot. The other thing is, if you want to join a company or be a part of a company, go in and just sort of say, I can take on a project. Give me one project. And I think that's the most you can expect to do during a summer or during high school. I wouldn't get too hard. I wouldn't be too hard on yourself in high school. I would make sure you're having enough fun, you're exploring enough, you're getting to know a lot of friends. I would make sure you're doing that too. The job thing, I'd be, it's good to have, actually it's really good to have jobs, and it's even better to create your own jobs. Right. So go out there and sell something, make something. Design something.
Students, if you'd like to learn more about how you can take advantage of the opportunities in Silicon Valley, Mr. Draper will be coming to Amador and speaking on November 30th from 3:15 to 4:30. This event is a great opportunity for those looking to learn from one of the industry's best on how you can succeed as an entrepreneur in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, and come see me. You guys, come on. This is going to be awesome. You're going to love it. We're going to do some weird things with you, but it's going to be great.
Keep sending questions you would like for us to ask Mr. Draper at this link, and we will keep you updated on the event. Thanks.